Assalamu alaikum.
Why Allah chose Arabs to bear the responsibility of delivering His religion to all humanity? Of course, the will of Allah is not subjected to why questions. As He said, He is not questioned about what He does, but they will be questioned. And also He said, Allah is most knowing of where He places His message. Yet Allah gave us the space to think and reflect about the creation, so to deduce the wisdom of God's destiny and orders without criticizing or objecting. Therefore, many Muslim scholars and historians had many good insights about why Allah chose Arabs and not others. The first thing, when you look at the world map and review the history of that piece of land prior the advent of Prophet Muhammad, you will find that the Arab Peninsula, especially its center, was in a complete isolation. It was isolated from all the struggles took place between other civilizations, like the long-lasting conflict between the Persians and Byzantines. Even after emergence of Islam, Mecca and its surrounding were not a target of occupations to the Canaan Crusades or Napoleons. The reason of this was that area had neither strategic location nor natural resources that would fuel the greed of other nations. So you would say that it led to a safe incubation for Islam with no fear of foreign interference. Consequently, the Arab Peninsula was isolated from the influence of monolithic religions and from the influence of leadership in the nearby monarchies and empires. Second, the location of Arabs was in central position between the nations of the old world. So spreading Islam to all the surrounding nations was like the spread of light beam that goes everywhere. Third, Arabs were not subjugated to a central government. Rather, they were multiple small and scattered tribes. And this raised Arabs to the values of independence and resistance of any oppression of any ruler, of the oppression of the rulers. In another meaning, this lifestyle behaved Arabs to live free and to adore freedom, while other civilizations were under authoritarian regimes that used to humiliate and subjugate their own people. And this shows you that Arabs were the most difficult to submit to authority, while Islam tamed their hearts and behaviors, so to accept it by free will and to accept the authority of Islam. Fourth, desert life is the harshest life a human being can ever live. And this indicates that the first carriers of this message had to be tough and persistent people. Fifth, this kind of desert life created the habit of traveling and moving on, rather than dwelling the entire life in one place. And this is what Islam needed from its first followers, to travel as far as they can to deliver the message of Islam. After the demise of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, the majority of his companions immigrated to deliver Islam to the entire world, and even they died outside of the Arabic Peninsula. Sixth, Arabs had neither recorded civilization nor authentic knowledge and science. It's hard to find one single book written in any discipline of science except poetry at the pre-Islamic era. Islam was the turning point that grabbed the nation from an extreme ignorance and primitivity to be one of the fastest developed nations in less than 200 years, and the richest in writing at various disciplines of science. Seventh, Arabs were the most eloquent nation ever existed on this earth. They mastered their language like no others. Even an ordinary commoner would spontaneously compose and deliver a large piece of poetry to the public. So Quran challenged their eloquence with a text they have never heard or seen an equivalent to it before. Eighth, Arabs had three moral standards that rarely other communities had. Arabs were characterized with generosity, bravery, and the most important is fulfilling promises. Oath of an Arab was more authentic than a writing contract. This was a kind of proverb in the United States in the past. All of the aforementioned merits would give you an insight why Allah predestined Arabs and Arabia to incubate and spread God's last message to all humanity. Thank you.